Air travel is no doubt the safest form of transport in modern world. However, this is not always the case, especially if you happen to fly to these 8 airports. Number 1. Wellington International Airport. Serving the capital city of New Zealand. Wellington Airport is located in the windiest city in the world. The airport has rough and turbulent landings. The channeling effect of Cook Strait creates strong and gusty winds that makes it extremely difficult for pilots to maneuver landings. Number 2. Barra Airport. Located on Barra Island in Scotland, Barra Airport runway is actually a sand beach. This dictates that planes can only land at specific hours during the day. Consequently, during high tides, the beach runway is wholly submerged by seawater, making it impossible for the planes to land. The airport has 3 runways. However, only one is used at a time depending on the direction of wind. Air ambulances are allowed to land at night. Unfortunately, there are no floodlights to guide them. To substitute for the lights, motor vehicle headlights are used instead. Number 3. Courchevel Airport. Approaching the airport too slow or too fast could risk crushing the aircraft into the valleys at the start of the runway, or crushing into the snow wall at the end of the runway. The airport has a very short runway of 525 meters, and an impressive downward gradient of 18.6%. Poor judgment during takeoff could result to crushing the aeroplane down valleys. Number 4. Princess Juliana International Airport. Located in the Dutch Caribbean island of St. Martin, Princess Juliana Airport sits adjacent to a public beach, the Maho Beach. The runway starts just off the beach, resulting in large and loud gusts of wind and sand to the holiday makers on the beach whenever planes are landing. The incredibly low descent of the planes during landing gives rise to a practice unique to St. Martin, usually referred as fence surfing. Number 5. Madeira International Airport. Madeira Airport is dangerous due to its spectacular construction. The original runway was only 1,600 meters long, but after a fatal plane crash in the 70s in which a Boeing 727 fell off at the end of the runway onto the beach below, the runway was extended to 2,781 meters. The runway extension is supported by 180 columns whose base sits partly over the ocean. The extension has to withstand serious shock loading during landing. To be allowed to land in Madeira, a pilot has to undergo additional training. Number 6. Gibraltar International Airport. Gibraltar Airport is located in the long-disputed overseas British territory of Gibraltar. As it is known all over the world, planes require lots of space to land. However, the designer of this airport challenged that fact. This is so simply because a road, Winston Churchill Avenue, that links Gibraltar to Spain intersects the airport runway almost midway. Additionally, the runway also cuts across the city. Normally, whenever a plane is about to land or take off, the road is closed for about 20 minutes to pave way for the plane. Hurriedly, The entire runway is then deeply cleaned up to ensure safety before the plane takes the runway. Number 7. Courchevel, Eurosquin Airport. Located on the Dutch Caribbean island of Saba. The airport has a record runway of 400 meters, making it the shortest commercial airport runway in the world. The airport is wedged on a rocky outcrop at the foot of a mountain, with jagged terrain on one side and cliffs dropping into the sea at the other end. Landing here is a nerve-wracking experience. The runway on this airport can only accommodate regional propeller planes. Anything else large would regrettably run the risk of suddenly falling straight into the sea before taking off or during landing. Number 8. Barra Airport. Notably, planes are only allowed to land here during daytime, when it's all clear to all on board of the looming danger. For planes to get here, the pilots have to fly them through mountain ranges. After the mountains, the pilots have to make a 45 degrees fast descent, so fast that it's like the architect designed the airport as a challenge. To be allowed to land at Barra, pilots have to undergo special training. Unbelievably, only 8 pilots in the entire world are qualified to land here. To be sure of receiving my next video, subscribe to my channel now. Click on the subscription button. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Select all to get notifications on my next video. I make 2 videos every week on amazing facts, and I would like you to join me in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment telling us your most interesting part.